Functional area, sales management. From this function, all setups will have begun from the property management setups. From here, you're able to manage leads, customers, reservations, and the letter of offers. Under the leads, you're able to upload bulk leads from an Excel template, which will be downloadable from this query section here. Also, within the lead area, you're also able to have a filter by project to determine which leads you would want to see in a project. And you can also create a lead from here. This function is allocated to a sales personnel, and within this area, you're able to create the first name, surname, the phone number, the lead source, the referral name, the ID number, and other biodata. All this would be dependent on the settings that lead settings that have been done in the setup area. And dependent on the lead type, you're able to define whether the lead is a hot lead, a warm lead, or a cold lead. If you have any information or note or notes that could be captured pertaining to the lead, like their preference, you are able to extend those information from here. You're also able to capture the advocate details, the next of kin details, their addresses, and the preference with regards to the property they want to purchase, whether an apartment or by other a mixed studio, etc. Based on this very information, the system will then be able to automatically allocate this lead to yourself if it has been captured by you as the salesperson. If it's done in upload, the system does a round robin process, which would allocate each and every call center function and each and every sales executive function uniquely to ensure that work distribution is fair within the entire team across the business. The lead process is heavily managed by the call center function, and while they are making calls to leads, they are then able to also capture additional information, tasks that have been captured pertaining to that very lead, and activities that the lead would have asked for them to be done. You're also able to capture meetings, which will be called by the customer or the lead in this case, and you're able to determine the particulars with regards to that. And where you have a reminder, you can specify when that reminder of that meeting be done and to who that reminder will be sent to. You're also able to capture the call logs, which demonstrate all the calls that have been made to this very lead with a description of what was discussed to that very lead. Also, from here, you're able to capture notes, additional notes with regards to the lead, if in case the lead would want to have any specific needs for themselves. In addition to that, you're also able to view a topology of the property based on the property setup, which would allow for you to view particulars about the discussion with the lead pertaining to the unit. Also, you're able to capture any attachments that are between the sales, that particular project and the lead, when at the point of closure of that very lead. From here, you're also able to edit the biodata of the lead if in case there was missing information at the point of capture within that very lead as well. And this would allow for you to update any biodata that would have been missed out during the lead processing function. Beyond this, you're also able to determine whether the lead is qualified or lost through the sales process. If qualified, then that lead would now be required to have a reservation on them. If not qualified and is lost, you're able to mark that lead as lost. From here, you're also able to send a WhatsApp message to the lead through the WhatsApp communication journey. You're also able to send an SMS to the lead using the contact information that they have. And you can as well send an email template to the lead with the information that they have. All this is basically based on the information that you have attained. You're also able to convert a lead from a sales lead to a tenant lead, all dependent on the lead journey that you have taken toward the sales management. On conversion of a lead to a qualified lead, the system will then provide a reservation element which allows for you to make a reservation on the unit. At this very stage, this lead is no longer determined as a lead and is considered as a customer. And on the reservation process, you select the project that you want to reserve the customer on. You select the block, and dependent on the project particulars, if there is KYC documentation that is required, based on the setup, the system will automatically notify you. From the reservations function, you're able to now add a project to this very unique customer. Select the block, select the payment plan, source of funds, the unit, and if a discount is eligible to that very customer, you're able to define that very discount from here. And by so doing, the system will automatically require for you to capture the discount narration and any attachment or documentation that will be needed with regards to that discount. Upon creation of a reservation, the system will then be able to generate a payment schedule that specifies all the particulars pertaining to that unit with regards to the reservation, the deposit, the installments, and the percentages in accordance with the percentage setup in the finance setup areas. Also, the system will be able to provide an amount expected as a total balance. And when a payment is done, the system will be able to automatically allocate that payment to the unit that has been, to the reservation items that have been captured in the schedule above. Beyond that, at the reservation, you're able to view a full statement, you're able to view an invoice, you're able to view receipts, you're able to view a letter of offer, any penalties that have been subjected, the schedule, you can edit the schedule and refresh the screen at the reservation as well. All these functions are based on roles and rights in accordance to the application setup. Once a reservation has been created, the system will require for you to approve the letter of offer through the letter of offer function in the sales management module. This is also based on roles and rights as well, as it's dependent on the configuration setups of roles as per the setup. From here, you're able to view all the units that have been reserved, and in each, you're able to view the particulars pertaining to the reservation, the letter of offer, and as well can come and make an action to determine whether the letter of offer is approved or rejected, and whether it will be sent to the customer automatically upon approval of that letter of offer. Once a letter of offer is approved, the system will automatically send the letter of offer to the customer. If rejected, the letter of offer will be rejected and the reservation will be rejected and would require the salesperson to make any amendments for it to be approved in future. Where a discount has been subjected, the system will notify you of the discount amount and of the discount particulars with regards to the information for the purposes of decision with regards to market. Once the unit has been approved and the letter of offer communicated, all that is expected from the client is a payment, which would automatically be allocated on the unit as demonstrated in the unit allocation reservation section. As demonstrated in the schedule, where each payment is done and then auto-allocated to the unit particulars from here. Besides that, you're also able to make amendments to a customer who has already been reserved. And once a customer particulars have been amended and edited, it will require for approval to be done for those particulars to be changed. The system will require that a maker checker is approved so that whatever changes you have done, the system shows what the changes are and it will require for you to make an amendment or an approval or rejection of those amendment records as done by particular user. As well, you're able to manage the reservations, and from here, the system gives you the capability to select all the projects. And from each project, you're able to view all the units, all the active reservations within the very units. Once the project is selected, you're able to see all the active reservations of the unit. And from each, you can make actions which include refreshing, making an edit to the reservation, editing the schedule, the payment schedule itself, and deleting the schedule. And all these are based on roles and rights in accordance to the functions created. Also, you're able to view the default project, the default units, the ones that the customer has not made payments, and with a lag period of what. And in this case, you're able to make a decision whether you want to make a deletion of that unit or a forfeit of that unit. In the case where a unit has been forfeited, the system will automatically display all the forfeited units. It will display all the forfeited with payments, and it will also display all the penalties that have been done. The main primary actions by the credit control in this process is active management, default management, and in these two areas, they are able to make a cancellation of a reservation or an amendment of a reservation particulars based on the sales changes made. Over and above this, the sales management provides a dashboard. And from the sales dashboard, each sales executive or call center executive is only able to view leads allocated to them, funnel as per their leads, to customers that are recently signed within their portfolio, and lost leads within their portfolio. Supervisors will have the ability to view all the sales leads, all the customer leads, and all the lost leads as well as the funnel. And this is also allocated by project, by sales agent, and call center agent. Thank you.